I thought this was one of the greatest video ideas, man. Some subscriber asked me, appreciate you for asking, by the way, the differences between me when I was 25% body fat versus 10%, right? As far as mindset. Let me start off by saying that is exactly what's going to change when you go from 25% body fat to 10% body fat. I'll show a picture right here. But that's what's going to change the most. It's going to be specifically your mindset. You're not changing your genetics. All right, I know a lot of people think obesity is genetic. Do you change your fucking genetics when you go from obese to lean? No, you change your mindset. All right. So number one, the biggest change, the biggest shift is how I view food. All right. Like I know you guys hear this, but it makes a huge difference when you actually apply it. All right. So when I was 25% body fat, I viewed food as comfort, as something I did when I was bored, or as something that I used as a reward. So if I had a hard day at work and I needed something, then I would get some pancakes or some candy or some goofy shit, right? Or if I worked out really hard in the gym, went a little bit harder than usual, I reward myself by having a big ass plate of Haitian food or some Jamaican food or eat extra. Or, it'd be nighttime, I'd be like, you know what? I gotta work tomorrow. Work is gonna suck tomorrow, so let me reward myself tonight, right? So basically I view food, and I'll eat like ice cream or something. So I view food as like reward, as a hobby, as something that just get a dopamine hit, right? That's more of like an addiction right there. It's just like literally just like alcohol, liquor, right? Versus at my leanest, right? And now I view food as fuel, and that's it. Point blank period, all right? I don't view food as, oh my God, I can't wait to get home and eat a cheeseburger with fries and cheesy fries and have some cake afterwards, or I don't look on commercials or watch mukbangs and shit like that. Like that, I don't look at food as that, because I know food is fuel, but I also know it's one of the most important things when it comes to your health. All right, a lot of people go to the gym and work out but eat like shit, and they say, I'm working out for my heart health. No, the fuck you're not, because if you work out and your nutrition is shit, guess what? Your heart health is gonna be shit. All right, a lot of people have cholesterol issues, they have high blood pressure issues, but they're doing Stairmaster. I thought cardio was for health. Yes, it helps with health. Of course, it helps with your cardiovascular health. But guess what? If you eat like shit, you're eating a bunch of extra trans fats, you're eating a bunch of extra saturated fat, it doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? So when you get to your leanness, you're gonna view food way differently. You're gonna view it as fuel, and you're gonna realize, that now you have control over food. And that's what this journey is about. This journey is about you having control over your mind, not your mind having control over you, not your urges having control over you, not you wanting instant gratification and giving into it all the time. All right, that takes me to number two, of course, how you view the gym. When I was, out of shape, I was like, or when I got kind of fat, I was like, all right, I really want to eat my McDonald's still, so let me just add 30 minutes of cardio. That's not gonna fucking do anything. Doing extra shit in the gym, trying to outwork a bad diet, is just not gonna happen. We all know this, but the issue with us executing, not using the gym as somewhere to just burn extra calories, is that we view the gym as a place where you burn a shitload of calories, which allows you to eat whatever you want to. At my leanest, I realized that you don't burn that as many calories in the gym as you think you do. However, you go to the gym to build muscle long term, and the more muscle you have, the more fat you'll burn over time. So as you can see, the differences between that, like instant gratification versus delayed gratification. When I was 25% body fat, I'm over here thinking about, man, if I just do an extra hour on the Stairmaster, that means I could probably have like, 2 bags of Trolley, you know what I mean? Maybe I can fit in some Haribo gummies. Yeah, because I want to watch that movie tonight. All right, let me do an hour on the Stairmaster. That's how I used to think about it, right? Versus now, all right, let me get in and out of the gym. I'm in here to just improve mentally, relieve some stress, and of course, build muscle. Very, very simple. All right. Number 3 is actually delaying gratification. Delaying gratification versus instant gratification. Like actually doing it. Everyone hears this shit. Everyone says, yeah, I'm ready to do it. I've worked with people. I've talked to people. A lot of people always talk about, yeah, man, I'm ready to give into the instant gratification. That's one thing to say. To actually do it it's a whole different thing, because as soon as some temptation comes up, they give into it. So how serious were they in the first place? All right. So execution is very, very important. But understanding instant gratification versus delayed gratification is going to be very, 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 very important, because everything you want is on the other side of delayed gratification, not instant gratification. What you think you want is on the other side of instant gratification, but you don't actually want that. What you actually want is on the other side of delayed gratification. Every time you give into instant gratification, you start from square one, right? And delayed gratification, the results you actually want get further and further and further, all right? every single time. And that's one of the biggest things I see. One of the biggest things I see, because if you're trying to lose fat and build some muscle in the process, like if you've never lifted, you're trying to lose some fat, build some muscle in the process, yeah, that's going to take time, because it took you time to gain fat. You're only going to lose about 1% body fat per week, all right? If you're lucky. That's actually a lot, right? So that's going to take time for you to get to 40 to 15%, right? That's at least 25 weeks if you're perfect, and there's going to be some bumps in the road. Versus if you just focus on the weight and you're like, damn, I want to lose 30 pounds immediately, and you lose 30 pounds in a month, but you only lost 4% body fat. Now you just lost probably 20 pounds of muscle, and now you don't look how you want to look, and now you feel like shit, right? That's giving into that instant gratification. Or you're doing what you need to do for about a week, and then you see a McDonald's commercial, or you pass by McDonald's, you're like, you know what, I deserve this. I deserve to eat this. That's going to throw you right back on track, right back off track, and you're right back to square one. Or you get a craving, you're not actually hungry, but you think you're hungry, you get a craving, and now you're eating candy. That cycle is going to keep repeating itself over and over and over and over again. Or, it's the weekend, and that's where a lot of people fail. It's the weekend, and you're like, you know what, I really just want to eat. Yeah, I deserve it, man. I worked hard this week. I deserve some cookies. All that shit that you're going to eat on the weekend, all that crumble and shit, guess what? It's going to offset everything you did during the week, period. So when you learn to delay gratification, you learn to look at food and nutrition differently, you're going to be able to reach your goals. But until you do that, your goals are just going to be, some shit that you can't execute for some reason. The reason is because you're not changing mindset and perspective.